almost comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes the head of the jam. Counted for two. The field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. Cortez snapped to the left.
That is gone!
Block for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Counting and a win.
And a win! Brian Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts, and why not?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. We are coming to you from Cabinets Field. I'm Mark Molina, and to my right, the always helpful and a really, really good baseball mind here, if y'all didn't know, Carroll basketball coach Andy Dudney. Coach, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks, Molina. Got us another beautiful day in Corpus Christi, Texas, at Cabinets Field, and this should be a good one, first of two today.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a nice long baseball night, but we are ready for it, Coach. I am excited as always. You know, another day to come and call sports. Can't really beat it.
That's
so, Coach,
a good day.
couple of district teams here coming together. What can you tell me about both these teams, King and Victoria East?
This King very fundamentally sound. Infield makes some good plays, keep them in the game. King always looks for low-scoring games and try to win it at the end. And I've seen King, small ball, bunt them over and try to get that timely hit, get a few runs across, and hope their defense keeps them in the game. And on the flip side, East, I've seen them a couple of times. I think this is their second trip back to Corpus Christi. They opened up the season with a 7-0 shutout of the Tigers, and they looked sound opening night. It had been a long time since they got to play, and I think a couple of their games got canceled, so it was their first full game, but they looked like they were in mid-season form. So I know their leadoff and their number 2 hole hitter both have wheels, so the King's going to have to keep these two guys off the bases.
Yeah, Coach. Well, very well said. And we're going to lead off here with Brady Parker for Victoria East. Also the pitcher. So he's the leadoff man here, so definitely going to be one to watch for as we get things going here, Coach.
Yeah, these first two guys, Kirkendall and Parker, got good wheels, run the base as well.
And that first pitch comes in here for strike number 1. Andrew Solis on the mound here for Corpus Christi King as he deals that one in for ball 1. 1-1 to count here. Facing the first. So 1-1 to count here, facing the pitcher Andrew Solis is Brady Parker. Count was 2-1. This pitch comes in for strike number 2. So things even at 2-2 here.
And Parker swings and gets a piece of this one. He's going to foul it off deep over to the left. Count going to stay even at 2-2. More sun early on than we're accustomed to. We have that time change. I know it's been about a week, but haven't really gotten out here all that early. A lot of sun here, so see how that plays in early. And swing and a miss there for Parker. 4 out, number 1. So Solis starts things off with a strikeout, and Marquise Kai Kendall coming to the plate for Victoria East. And Kai Kendall hits this one right to the third baseman. Nice throw there for the 5-3 out. So just like that, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And here comes Corey Can. Can, the catcher. And he's going to make contact. He's going to send this one deep into left field. And the catch made there. 4 out, number 3. So get things going quickly. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for Victoria East in the top of the first inning. Midway through the first, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back with the bottom. The Mustangs due up right after this. So we're at Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Gifts. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live, and we're in the bottom of the first inning, and due up, leading things off for the Corpus Christi King Mustangs, Eddie Molina, no relation, kicking things off here for the Mustangs. Victoria East in the top of the first inning, going 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Titans. That's a good start for Solis on the mound. Starts off with a strikeout, retires the next 2 batters, so we'll see what the King Mustangs have in store here as Molina steps to the plate.
Yeah, very good start for Andrew Solis. Got a couple of ground balls. And the first was strikeout, and then was able to get ground ball third first pitch, and then threw a little curveball in there to Kane, who hit it pretty well. And nice play at the left fielder, catching that fly ball into warning tracks.
Yeah, that was a really nice play made out there. So here we go, Molina stepping into the batter's box as he's facing Brady Parker. And here's Parker's first pitch. This one comes in outside for ball number 1. So want to know the count here. This one again outside for Parker. So the count moves 2-0 now. And Molina gets a piece of this one, and he's going to foul it off over to the right. It's going to be strike number 1. So count now at 2-1. And this ball comes in for ball number 3. So 3-1 the count here for Molina, the shortstop. Well, since this one's firing down past the third base glove, and Molina's going to get a leadoff double here.
He ripped that one down third. Great start. Lead off double. Stand up double.
Can't do any better than that. Third baseman was trying to make a play on it, but just out of reach of his glove there, and he sent it like a missile down the third base line, did Molina. So runner on second here with Nathan Reyes coming to the plate for King. Comes in for ball number 1. Nathan Reyes, the starting center fielder for King. And Reyes pops this one up high, right to the shortstop, who's going to catch it for out number 1. The infield fly.
Pitcher number 11, Andrew Solis.
It results in out number 1. So coming up, Andrew Solis now. The King pitcher coming to the plate with the 1-on-1 out here.
Seen Andrew Solis come through in this situations many a times.
And this one comes in on the inside, right on the edge there, for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count. Let's see if Solis can come through this time. Ran on second here for him. And Solis comes through there as the left fielder comes in and tries to make that play. Comes off his glove there, and they're going to... It's going to be an RBI single here for Solis.
Courtesy runner first base, Shannon Gomez. Third baseman number 25, Ben Gassa.
So we have a pinch runner in, so we have a man on first. And it's Ben Garza, a third baseman. And he sends this one right in the third base line there. They're going to call it foul. So 1-1 the count here. I'll tell you what, Coach, that left fielder really wanted to make that play. Just could not. Just able to slide in there on time. Just
Great effort. Just couldn't come up with it. Yeah, it looked like he was on it all the way.
and swing and a miss there for Garza for strike number 2. And the throw is there to first, but not in time. Was the runner able to get back on the bag? So the count now at 2 balls, 2 strikes for Garza. Here's a pitch from Parker, and Garza sends this one into the outfield where he's going to fly out to right. Looks like the outfielder dropped it, but right after he made the catch, so it's going to be a fly out for Garza, so it's going to be out number 2.
Yeah, on the exchange, he definitely made the catch, made the out, then on the exchange, ball slipped out of his hand.
So here comes Andrew Garcia for King. And he sends it right up the middle for a base hit. That's going to put runners on first and second.
Hitter number 1, Jacob Gomez.
Here comes DH Jacob Gomez. Two on, two out here for Gomez. On the bottom of the first inning. And this pitch comes in a little inside, but it's going to be called strike number 1. So the count now. It's going to have 2 strikes, I believe. You know, the scoreboard saying something different. I believe the count is 0-2.
We'll see if Blue can help us out a little bit. That's what I've got too. I've got no balls, 2 strikes. I thought he called that first pitch a strike as well.
Scoreboard says 1-2. Swing and a miss there for Gomez. Not going to matter as he's going to strike out to end the inning with 2 left stranded here for King. So a runner does come in on 3 hits. There was no errors. There was 2 left on base. So that's going to be it through 1. We're headed to the second inning. The King Mustangs lead the Victoria East Titans 1-0. And we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, right after this. Keep it here.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the second inning here. 4-5-6 due up for Victoria East in this inning. And we're at the plate. We have Caden Colley. It counts 2-0 here. And this one comes in outside for ball number 3. This pitch called strike 1, 3-1 to count now. Colley is going to foul that one off to bring the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here for Caden Colley, the third baseman. Here's a pitch from Solis. This one there on the edge, and it's going to be a walk here for Colley. So here comes the DH, Everett Ross for Victoria East. Comes to the plate with the man on first, nobody out.
Ross, quick hands. Quick hands. I've seen him go both ways. He sprays it over the field pretty good.
We'll see what we have going this time as he settles in to face Solis on the mound. Here's the delivery from Solis. This one comes in. Nice pitch for strike number 1.
Yeah, good start. Started him off with a curveball there. Nice little breaking ball. Outside part of the plate.
So the count at 0-1 here. Solis settles in. He's ready. Here's his delivery. And this one comes in inside for ball number 1. Evens things up here at 1-1 for DeEverett Ross.
Looks like we might have missed a sign there. Took a trip on down and talked to him a little bit.
So we're all settled in now. And here's Solis. And this one way inside.
Did I get a piece of him?
It looked like it might have, but that looked pretty smooth. And there was only, I believe there was only one ball there in the count. But it's going to be a hit by pitch, it looks like. And that's going to put 2 runners on for Hunter Barros. And this bunt laid down nicely. Here's the pitcher over to first. Enough arm on it, but just a little off the mark. It's going to load the bases. A nice execution there.
Great bunt by Barros to set it down right down that third base line. Settled in on that turf. Solis was quick to over it. Solis pretty good. The athlete fields this position well. Just didn't make the throw.
And just like that, the bases are juiced here. And up next, Caden Mosiak. So here's the pitch from Solis. This one comes in inside. They're going to call it strike number 1. So a walk, a hit by pitch, and a nicely put down bunt for the first 3 batters have loaded the bases, and swing and a miss here by Mosisek. For strike number 2. So 0-2 the count here.
Went just curveball 3 times in a row, trying to get him out of a jam right here.
But the batter staying cool there, and this one's going to be called ball 1. So 1-2 the count. You talk about a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out, and this ball in play. And the throw there to first, nicely done, and we're going to have the out there at home. So 1 out, bases loaded now.
Great job by Garza getting the force out at home. Right play, get the lead runner.
So here comes Josh Shannon now with 1 out, bases loaded. This ball way outside for ball number 1. This one comes in right down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded for Josh Shannon. So 2-1 the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. So the count's going to move to 3-1. Here's a pitch from Solis, and Shannon going to foul it off here. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Shannon might have been a little too aggressive right there. I think he chased ball 4 there.
And this pitch comes in high and outside, and that's going to force a runner in as Shannon gets the walk. And coming in is going to be Ross. Did tie things up at 1, so bases loaded, 1 out still. Coming up next is Seth Greevy.
See if Greevy can turn it over the top of that lineup.
This pitch comes in for ball number 1. Want to know the count here for Greevy. This comes in for strike number 1.
Nice squared to bunt, a little safety squeeze right there. He's got to set that down. I think that's another run. Titan try to pull the safety squeeze there. Good call in that situation.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's a pitch from Solis, and this one comes in right down the middle for strike number 2.
Solis got that tight little curveball working. I think he needs to stay with it. Seems like that's his go-to pitch with runners on. Went to it again.
And swing and a miss for strike number 3, and Greevy goes down. 2nd out, and we're at the top of the lineup here as Brady Parker comes to bat. Struck out last time he was on deck. So first pitch comes in for a ball. Want to know the count here. And this one comes in inside. Going to be called strike. 1-1 now. And here's Solis trying to pick up this final out. And this one is going to hit the base, bounce up, and that's going to be the 3rd out. So Solis holds strong, had the bases loaded for most of that inning. But he's going to allow just 1 runner coming across here.
1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. 3 runners left on base.
So 3 left stranded here for Victoria East. So not what you like to see, especially when you have the bases loaded with nobody out. And you have them loaded most of the inning, but Solis holding strong here, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Mustangs due up. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 2nd inning, tied 1 run apiece. The Mustangs at the bottom of the first put a run across. The Titans answer, but they left 3 stranded on base, and Mustangs back up to bat, leading things off here at the bottom of the second. It's going to be Brian Guillen. A 7-8-9 due up here for the King Mustangs, and swing and a miss there by Guillen for strike number 1. And this one gonna bounce and go foul. So 0-2 the count now. And looks like we're gonna get a hit by
Turnabout fair
hit.
play, huh?
Mhm.
I'm not so sure that ball hit him.
There's been a couple of them here. There's been a couple that have been close. I know we had in that last inning, I know we were kind of looking at Devitt Ross. That one kind of came in. Looks like it might have grazed them just enough here, but we were up here and not down there. So
He'll let it stand.
here's John Lawson coming to the plate with a runner on first. And he puts down a bunt.
Oh,
and this
look at
one,
that. Just foul. Just missed the bag.
and that one just had a nice little trajectory, but at the last second just rolled away there.
Nice. You know, we talked about that at the beginning. That's King baseball right there. Nice little bunt. Try to move him up. Put another runner in scoring position.
So the count 0-1 after that bunt attempt.
Almost got a base hit out of it.
Just about. So here's Parker. Delivers this one
Oh,
in
they got
for
him
strike
on
number 2. And then here's a throw. And then there's the slide. And runner's going to be safe as Guillen gets in there and kind of caught in the middle there. And then he takes off running. He has the speed. The throw, not the best over to first, but Victoria East nearly recovered there, but we're going to have a runner at second now. And swing and a miss for strike number 3. And Lawson goes down swinging. And that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Right fielder number 8, Jacob Trevino.
And here comes Jacob Trevino now. And Trevino hits this one right to the first baseman for a ground out. It's going to move the runner over to third, however.
Shortstop number 21, Eddie Molina.
So back up to the top of the lineup for Molina with a runner on. Molina with the leadoff second, double in the bottom of the first inning. So we'll see if you can get a base hit and bring a runner in here. This pitch comes in outside. Here's the pitch. This one comes in for strike number 1. So 1-1 the count here for Molina.
There's a Richard Ocaña sighting out tonight. Coach Ocaña's showing us up at the ballpark.
Probably checking in on things.
Yeah.
And this one right to the third baseman. Kind of bobbles it, but the throw is there. And 4, and the put out. And that's going to be it here. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So that's going to do it. We're through 2. We're headed to the top of the third inning for Victoria East. 2-3-4 do it for the Titans when we come back.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the top of the third inning for Real Sports Live here at Cabinets Field. We are through 2 complete innings, and Victoria East and Corpus Christi King all knotted up at 1, each putting up a run in the first 2 innings. But here we are, top of the third inning, 2-3-4 for the Titans due up, starting with number 1, Marquise Kaikindle. 5-3 put out last time. He was at the plate, 0 for 1 on the night. And here's the pitch from Solis. This one comes in outside, right at the edge for strike number 1. And this one, little hopper, comes in for ball 1.
Love to watch Marquise play a little bit of baseball. He plays at right field as good as anybody at the high school level.
And he got a piece of that one. He fouls it off. Brings the count to 1-2 here.
Good wheels and Golden Glove out there. I've seen him make a couple of diving catches this past weekend in the Victoria tournament. Really plays that right field well.
So here he is at the plate, 1-2 the count, and this one comes in a little bit low for ball number 2. And here's the pitch, Kai Kendall all the way to the third baseman, who takes time with the throw there, and it's a good one for the first out. So once again for the 5-3 there for Kai Kendall. And up next is going to be Corey Can. And a fly out last time up.
Ben Garza's played a nice third base for King tonight. Some good plays over there at third.
Indeed he has. Made some nice throws, and then you had the force out at home that he made the play on. Really good. Came up and got that ball and made a really good throw home. Here's a pitch from Solis. And they're going to see if he went. They're going to say no for ball number 1. So they check the swing on Can. But it's going to be ball 2 actually. So 2-0 the count. 1 out, nobody on here, and here's the pitch for Solis. And that one's outside, so 3-0 the count now. And this pitch comes in low for ball number 4, and a walk for Corey Can. So now up to the plate is going to be Caden Colley. Colley reached base via walk last time out. And Colley gets a good piece of that one, but he's going to foul it off over to the left. So the count at 0-1. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, give us a like, give us a share, let everybody know you're watching. And there's a throw to first, not in time there. But yeah, let everybody know you're watching. Leave a share, tag some people. pitch comes in, and here's the throw over to second, and they're going to have the out there as Can is going to get caught at second. So second out there, no runners on now for Victoria East. And the count at 1-1. This King infield making some nice plays. And this one coming in outside for ball number 1. So the count now at 1-2. And this one hit over to the shortstop. There's the throw, making the plate for the 6-3 put out for out number 3. So there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the top of the 3rd inning for Victoria East. So up next is going to be the King Mustangs. 2-3-4 due up for them as well here in the bottom of the 3rd. So keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
See you later, touchdown.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. Bottom of the 3rd inning, we're all knotted up here at 1. The King Mustangs up to bat. 2-3-4 due up, and leading things off here is going to be Nathan Reyes. Last time up to the plate for Reyes, an infield fly. Send him over to the dugout with first out of the inning in the bottom of the 1st. See what he has here in his sights this time. And that one going to fall foul right up the line past first base. And Reyes fouls this one off, so it's going to be 0-2 the count. And here's a pitch from Parker. And Reyes gets a piece of this one again, and this time it's going to be a base hit as it rolls way deep into right field, and he's going to slide into second and get a double out of it. So leadoff double here for Nathan Reyes.
He was showing it, wasn't he? He wanted to go that way with it.
Yeah, he got a piece of it, and he fouled one off into the net and one deep that way, and he was able to finally get a piece of it. Call consistency in that at bat, Coach.
That was nice. He was destined to put that sucker over there and get a little double, and Marquise played it well, came up with the throw, and throw was a little off, and Reyes went diving in there for a double to lead off the inning.
And got some help from the roll and everything, just the positioning there. And here's Andrew Solis as this one comes in inside.
Heart of the lineup here for King, Solis and Garza, back-to-back RBI producers.
And Solis 1 for 1, and he
ripped that one.
Sends this one near the third base line. He sends it foul for strike number 2. So 1-2 the count. As we said, it's Solis 1 for 1 on the night. 1 RBI to bring in Eddie Molina last time. So man on second, nobody out here for the Mustangs. And here's the pitch from Parker. And Solis pops this one up, and it looks like the first baseman is signaling for it, and he makes the play for out number 1.
Third baseman number 25, Ben Gassa.
Yeah, Sleeth's a little upset with himself. Couldn't move that runner.
And we'll see if Gassa can
Pick
come
him
in
up.
and do so. That little pop-up is not such an easy play to make, especially on a sunny day like this. That first baseman did a really good job. Sometimes those routine plays in the sun, not the easiest to make. And here's the pitch, and Gassa sends it over to second, and the throw, it's a low one for out number 2.
First baseman number 12, Andrew Garcia.
Nice job to get Sleeth to fly out, and then Ben Garza ground out to second. After that leadoff double, he got a chance to get out of the inning.
So the runner in scoring position has Andrew Garcia, who is also 1 for 1 on the night with the single back in the first inning. This throw comes in low, and Garcia puts his hand up not so fast, and 1-0 here, the count. Parker's ready. Here's the delivery. And this one's sent right past the first baseman by Garcia with an RBI single to bring in Reyes. Make it a 2-0 game.
Designated hitter number 1, Jacob Gomez.
So here comes Jacob Gomez with a runner on, 2 out. And Gomez gets a piece of that one. Make the count 0-1. And just to let everybody know, this is the first of a doubleheader tonight. Moody taking on the veteran should be a good one. As this bouncer over to the third baseman who runs it down just slips there, and we're going to get a runner on. And just a little bit of a hiccup there at third.
Second baseman number 7, Brian Guillen.
So here comes Guillen, 2 out, 2 on. This one comes in a little bit low and inside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and second for Guillen. Last time at the plate, hit by pitch, took his base. This pitch comes in outside for ball number 2.
Got him
And
again.
is going to load the bases as he gets just beamed right there on his arm, it looked like.
The magnet tonight. That's twice.
Catcher number 26,
Shakes it off.
John Lawson.
Hustles
you
on
gotta-
down to first base.
However you got to get on, Coach. You just got
That's
to get
right.
on, and he's on.
I'm sure he'll hear about that from his teammates. Taking 1. He's taking 2 tonight.
So bases loaded now, just when we thought that the inning might have ended a little while ago. We get an RBI single, we get a single from Gomez, we get a hit by pitch. And now we got Lawson up here. struck out last time on. This ball is going to come in for strike number 1, so he evens up the count at 1. This pitch good for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Lawson. Base is full for him. And this one looked like it was breaking inside, but it's going to be ball number 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery from Parker, and Lawson tries and strikes here for strike number 2. Swings here. Excuse me, got a little bit of tongue tie. Thought honestly we had 2 strikes, so it's full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Lawson. And Lawson fouls this one off, doing a little bit of battling down there with the bases loaded. Trying not to leave runners stranded. And this time Lawson goes down swinging, and the runners are going to stay stranded on base. That's 3 runners stranded, Coach. Wouldn't you know, that's the second time each team has done it here already.
Just can't get that timely hit.
And we are headed to the 4th inning. We are done through 3. And due up next is Victoria East. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Titans in the 4th inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito. And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Top of the 4th inning, leading off for Victoria East is going to be Everett Ross. Hit by pitch last time he was at the plate to lead things off. Corpus Christi King leaves 3 runners stranded in the bottom of the 3rd. Victoria East did so in the 2nd, so each team leaving some runs out there on the diamond. We'll see if those come back into play a little bit later. As Ross sends this one right past the 3rd baseman's glove. What a hit.
Just talking about those quick hands of his, and there it was right there. I really like watching him hit the baseball.
Leadoff single there for Ross. And up next is going to be number 3, Hunter Barros.
Ross is just able to turn on those balls so quick. He zipped that one right by Garza.
Ross taking a lead off first, and Barros is going to send this one into the outfield, and the left fielder makes a Nice catch there. Took him a while to get over to it, but Barros is going to fly out for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 8, Caden Mosicek.
And Caden Mosicek coming to the plate now. Reached on fielder's choice last time he was up. Coming to the plate here with a runner on, 1 out. And he fouls off this one for strike number 1. And this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 2. So Solis getting ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one, way outside, gets past the catcher. And it's going to allow Ross to move over, and he's going to head over to second base now. One balls, 2 strikes for Mosicek. This ball comes in for ball number 2. So even things up at 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, man on second. And here's the pitch, and this one's gonna hit Mosicek, and he's gonna get on.
Yeah, that breaking ball got away from him.
For a hit by
Another
pitch.
hit by pitch.
We've seen a couple here tonight.
That one don't hurt too much. That's a breaking ball that didn't break.
First baseman, number 21,
Got 4 total, 2 on each side here. But if you're a Brian Guillen, you could say that you had half the hit by pitches in this game so far. 2 of the 4 there. But due up next is Josh Shannon for Victoria East. He was walked last time, brought in a run actually. But it comes to the plate this time with 2 on, 1 out. And Shannon gets a piece of this one, fouls it off. Strike number 1. Nice hit up the middle for Shannon in that center gap. And he's going to load the bases.
Nice lefty swing right there. Just stay within himself. Right back up at the middle where it came from.
And up next is going to be Greevy with the bases loaded now. And so Lisa's seen this one already tonight. Last time just allowed the 1 run back in the 2nd inning. Let's see if we can get through these murky waters here once again. And Greevy puts this one in play, and there's a throw to first.
Handy man.
Yes.
Nice double play, get out of it.
Nicely done there by the King infield.
Well, King's done a really good job of putting that defense, let your defense help you behind you, and King's made the plays.
And we are midway through the 4th, headed to the bottom now for Corpus Christi King. So we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, right after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth inning, due up for the King Mustangs. 9-1-2. Leading things off is going to be Trevino. And Jacob Trevino ground out last time out. He won another count here. This pitch comes in for ball number 2. Trevino gonna get hit right on the arm there, and he's gonna take his base. Another hit by pitch there.
Shortstop number 21, Eddie Molina.
And back to the top of the lineup for King as Eddie Molina comes to the plate. Molina 1 for 2 on the night. So 2-0 the count here. Runner at first. And Molina sends this one into right field for a base hit. So Molina records the single. 2 on, nobody out here. Good start for King in the bottom of the fourth inning. And coming up next is going to be Nathan Reyes. 1 for 2. Last time he was up to lead out the third inning, he led off with a double. So 2 on, nobody out here. This pitch comes in a little low for ball number 1.
Got some activity on the right bullpen, right field bullpen, the Titans.
We'll continue to monitor that one a little bit. And this pitch comes in way inside for ball number 2. Pitch comes in low. So the count now 3-0. So here's a 3-0 pitch from Parker. And Parker is gonna walk Reyes, and he's gonna load the bases. So a hit by pitch, a single and a walk to start things off here for Parker. Bases are loaded, nobody out, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound. So we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has won.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, bases loaded, nobody out. And it looks like Parker is going to be chased off the mound here in favor of Caleb Korchinski for Victoria East, as he's going to take a couple of warm-up pitches and just getting things going here. Trevino led off. He got hit by pitch, got put on base. Then top of the lineup comes up, and Molina fires off a base hit into right field to get on base. And then Reyes gets walked, and here we are. And Parker's night is done as he allows two runs on 7 hits on the night here. So he's done after 3 innings of work, 3.0 innings of work. And we're going to see here what
big
has.
challenge right here with Korchinski coming in and having to face Solis and Garza back-to-back with the bases loaded and only 1 out. So tough task right here for this young man.
Fly out last time out and a 4-3 ground out consecutively for Solis and Garza. But Solis is 1 for 2, as is, well, Garza is 0 for 2, so we'll see if the Mustangs could take advantage here. They did leave runners stranded on last time out, 3 to be exact, and they've left runners on in every inning so far, 6 total through 3 innings. They got 3 on right now, so we'll see if the Mustangs can put some of these runners across. And that first pitch comes in, and swing and a miss for strike number 1 for Andrew Solis. This ball comes in low and outside for ball number 1. And Solis makes contact here, and we're going to have the force out at home, and there's the throw to first. Not going to be in time.
Great job of fielding the position, getting the force out at home plate. Had a chance with a double play. 2 outs now.
If that throw was just a little bit earlier, might have had a chance there, but 1 out, bases. Well, they're going to have 2 outs, so.
Pinch runner. Courtesy runner.
And we're going to have a pinch runner, so. Bases loaded, 1 out here. Coming up to the plate is going to be Ben Garza.
Well, courtesy runner for Solis, I believe.
Running from King.
Yeah.
Number 2, Jacob Gomez.
So Gomez into pinch run for Solis, and here's a pitch delivered for strike number 1. 0-1 to count here.
King in business here with the heart of their lineup up.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. And this ball popped foul, and the left fielder almost came over and made that play. So it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And the fielder just kind of slid in and just not in time. This pitch comes in for strike number 3. So Garza strikes out. So that's 2 down here with the bases loaded.
First baseman number 12.
And here
Big
comes the first
strikeout.
baseman Garcia. And this one's smacked over to the second baseman. There's the throw, and he's safe. And the throw a little high there. And the runner's going to come in.
Just took a little bit too much time and the throw was off. That'll go down as an error.
Designated hitter Jacob Gomez.
So it's 3-1, and here's Gomez makes contact for an RBI single. It's going to bring in Reyes.
A 2-out single after their error. Punches another one across.
So just when it looked like King might leave more runners stranded, they're in business scoring 2 runs. And at the plate right now is going to be Guillen. And Guillen's going to foul this one off behind him for strike number 1. So 1-1 the count. This is going to be the 8th batter Victoria East has faced. And a run's going to come in here. So King in business, leading by 4 runs now as another runner comes across. Was that another hit by pitch? Did Guillen get on once again?
Yeah, you really feel for Korzinski right here. He gets a ground ball to probably get out of the inning and leave him stranded again and throws off a little bit. Now it's kind of opened up the floodgates.
So up to bat now is going to be Troy Connell. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count here. Bases loaded. And Connell gonna get the hit just off the glove, and 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in, and the throw's there. 3 runs come in for King. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the King Mustangs take a 7-run lead.
Right fielder number 8, Jacob Trevino.
And here comes Trevino as we're going to cycle through once again. Trevino led off the inning. This pitch comes in outside. So runner at third now for Trevino. 2 out. And Trevino sends this one over to the second baseman, and the throw's going to be there for the 4-3 putout. But the damage done as 6 runs come in on a couple of hits here.
They scored 6 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, 1 runner left on base.
So 1 runner stays on, but 6 come across, 3 hits. There was an error, but they kept the inning going. Actually, Coach, there was a should have ended the inning, and it was going to be nobody hurt. Might have gotten out of that jam, but then following that, 6 runs come in on the next couple of batters, and here we are, an 8-1 King lead. So we're through 4, headed to the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Have many soldiers, from the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Top of the lineup due up here for the Titans. And Parker leading things off. And here's the first pitch from Solis. This one comes in outside for ball number 1. Count even up now at 1-1. Parker follows this one off, so it's a 1-2 count. And this pitch comes in a little bit inside, gets away from the catcher, and even things up at 2. And Parker sends this one rolling past the second baseman, so we're going to get a leadoff single here from Parker to get things going in the 5th inning. See if the Titans can make a dent here, and coming up is Kuykendall for the Titans. With 1 on, and nobody out. Kuykendall 0 for 2 here. Both of them 5-3 groundouts as he swings and misses there. Pitches in. There's a throw to first. Not going to be in time. Counts 1-1 here. And Kuykendall gets a base hit, so back-to-back singles to get things going here for Victoria East. Puts runners on first and second. And here comes Can.
Catcher number 15, Corey Can.
Yeah, bottom of the 4th, Lawson kid for King, basketball player. Nice little 3 RBIs, but it is March Madness, so.
And here's a fly out for out number 1 by Can.
It was March Madness, so we'll give a little shout out to King Basketball.
Yes,
The
indeed.
Mustangs had a great season this year. Sean Armstrong and his staff, tremendous job. Got a playoff victory, and I had a really good game. The second round came up a little short against Mac High, but what a great season.
Yeah, that team
Mustang
really coming
basketball.
into its own late. Really good shooting there, especially towards the end of the season. And here's Caden Colley to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gonna be called ball. So count at 2-0. This one comes in outside. They're gonna call it strike number 1.
We'll need to get a check on Salisa's pitch count. It's got to be getting up there now.
And there's a throw to first. So 2 out now. Runners at the corners. Gets forced out at second.
Designated hitter number 20, DeEverett Ross.
King defensively have been really solid this game.
Indeed, they have really, really good plays. Just a really smart bunch playing on the infield here tonight. But 2 out, runners at the corner. And Ross hit a single last time he was up. So the 1-0 pitch comes in low and outside. 2-0 the count now. Make that 3 now after this one comes in a little bit low. So 3 balls, no strikes. Runners at the corners for Victoria East as they try to answer a big bottom of the 4th inning from King. And there's a strike called there. So the count now, 3 balls, 1 strike for Ross. It's going to be a walk here for Ross.
Shortstop number 3, Hunter Barros.
So that's going to load the bases for Barros coming up. This pitch comes in for strike number 1.
Yeah, back to the tight curveball with bases loaded. It's been Salisa's go-to pitch. There it is again. Just missed.
So the count 1-1 here. And Solis has been cool and calm during these little jams that he's had here tonight. Just allowed the 1 run to come across. And Barros fouls this one off. And 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So 2's all the way across. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first, second, and third. And this one going to be sent all the way to the shortstop, who doesn't make the throw. And runner's going to come in, and runner's going to score on an error.
So they just went to that tight curveball, got a ground ball. Just couldn't quite make the play at second base.
Second baseman number 8, Caden Mosechek.
So here comes Caden Mosechek.
See if Mosechek can deliver right here with 2 outs.
Count 0-1. This ball comes in a little outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mosechek fouls this one off, makes the count 1-2.
If Solis can't get out of this, I bet we'll see Ben Garza. Him and Ben Garza will switch positions.
And this one's sent back to the pitcher, and Solis gonna underhand it over to first for the 3rd out.
For Victoria East in the 5th, they scored 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 3 runners were left on base.
So more runners left on, but Victoria East puts a runner across, makes it a 6-run game. Headed to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Solis pitch count 87 pitches.
And you hear the pitch count for Solis, he's at 87, so continue to monitor that. And we're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 5th inning, top of the lineup due up for the Corpus Christi King Mustangs as Eddie Molina, no relation, comes up to the plate here to get things going for the Mustangs. And Molina, nice little night, 2 for 3 at the plate for him. He's got a single, he's got a double, and he fouls this pitch off for strike number 1. This pitch comes in low for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. And this one's going to be popped up, and it's going to be right on top of the 3rd baseman, who's going to make the play there for out number 1.
Center fielder number 9, Nathan Reyes.
And here comes Nathan Reyes now for King. 1 out, nobody on. Got another baseball game going on at Whataburger right now. Just a little bit of a score update here on that one. We have Beeville, Jones, and Miller tied at 1, top of the 4th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one comes in outside for ball number 1. So 1-1, the count here. And this one right between 3rd and short is going to result in a single here for Reyes. So he puts a man on. And coming up is going to be Andrew Solis now. And this pitch comes in. Going to be called ball number 1. And over across the way for softball. Score update there. Corpus Christi Ray leading Corpus Christi King 9-0 in the top of the 6th inning. We can see from the scoreboard here, 12 hits for the Ray Lady Texans. You can see it over yonder. So here's the 1-0 pitch. This one comes in inside for ball number 2. So Solis ahead of the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. And Solis going to pop this one up, and looks like the shortstop's going to get under it and make that play for out number 2.
Third baseman number 25, Ben Madison.
So 0-1 the count here. And swing and a miss there. And the runner is going to move over to second as that ball gets away from the catcher. So no balls, 2 strikes here for Garza. And Garza is going to send this one deep, and the center fielder is going to get under it for the 3rd and final out here. So no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for the King Mustangs in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're through 5. We're headed to the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. The Mustangs lead the Titans 8-2. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at 1st and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th inning, and due up is 8-9-1 for the Victoria East Titans. Josh Shannon going to lead things off. And this pitch comes in for ball number 1. So we look at Victoria East. They've left 7 runners stranded, and they've left 3 runners on, and twice in the last 4 innings have the Titans. Just numbers that'll make any baseball coach out there just kind of cringe. Those are tough innings to have, but 6-run game, and here's Shannon getting a piece of this one, fouling it off down the first base line for strike number 1.
We're probably one less error away from looking at a 2-2 ball game here.
They really are. You look at one of those innings, that big inning back in the 4th. Sure, the new pitcher comes in the jam, almost gets himself out of it, but there is a throw that was just a little lackluster. It just comes up short. First baseman comes off the bag, and it cost him. And there's a throw, and nice job there by Solis to recover and make the throw over to first.
So at least plays a little third base at the hot box, so he's used to taking that ball off his body and knocking it down. Pick it up and make the play. Looks like he's all right. They're going to check him out.
It looks like he's good to go. It's been pretty good out there on the mound, especially under pressure. I mean, he's allowed the 5 hits, but defensively pretty stout on the infield. Has only 2 runs have come across. And just 1 error here on the infield, so now we have a number 9 hitter in the lineup, Seth Greevy. And Greevy right up the middle, and it's going to be out of the reach of the shortstop. And it's going to be a single here for Greevy. And top of the lineup for Victoria East as Brady Parker comes to the plate.
Left fielder number 2, Brady Parker.
Parker 1 for 2 on the night. 1 for 3, actually. First pitch comes in for strike number 1. And this pitch down the middle for strike number 2. Solis dealing right now. He's ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And there's a throw over to second. And nice recovery there by the outfielder to keep the runner there at second. So runner on second now. Here's the 1-2 pitch coming up for Solis. And Parker gets a nice piece of that one. Gonna foul it off though. Count gonna stay at 1-2. And Parker right past the glove of the pitcher, and that's gonna be an RBI single, and the run's gonna come across. And Greavy's gonna score.
Right fielder number 1, Marquise Kakendo.
And it's an 8-3 game. And number 1 coming to the plate, Marquise Kakendo. So 1 out and a runner on. This pitch outside for ball number 1. And this one comes in a little low, but it's going to be called a strike, so even things up at 1-1. There's a throw over to first, not in time. As Parker's able to get back. Parker takes the lead off first once again. And Solis delivers the pitch. And the count is 2-1. This pitch low and outside for ball number 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And Kai Kendall sends this one up. And the center fielder gets under it for out number 2. So here comes Can now with 2 outs, runner on first. And Can sends this one to right field, and the right fielder drops it, and that's going to be an error. But the throw comes in quickly, and runners are going to be at second and third now.
Long fly ball, he was on it, just couldn't glove it. Little snow cone, couldn't hang on to it.
But made a good throw, and no runners come across there. And up next, Caden Colley. And Colley up the middle, and he's going to bring in a couple of runners with a 2 RBI single. And coach, don't look now, but it's a 3-run game. 3 runners coming across here. An RBI single by Parker, and then a couple, an out and an error later. Caden Colley comes up, smacks a 2 RBI double right up the middle to bring in a couple of runners there to make it 8-5. So things tightening up just a little bit, and I think we're going to get a new pitcher. And Coach, you talked about it, as it looks like we're going to see Ben Garza now. So while he takes his warm-up throws, we're going to step away, take a little break. So we'll be back. Keep it here. It's an 8-5 game. Mustangs lead the Titans. Back after this.
See you later, touchdown.
Back, ladies and gentlemen. Garza taking his warm-up pitches here, and Solis had a pretty solid night, but at the end he's done after 5.2 innings, 8 hits, and 5 runs come across while he's on the mound. And right now we got a couple of runs scored in this inning, and we're going to see if Garza can take the Mustangs the rest of the way here. We can come in and finish things off in what would be 4 outs is what he's going to need to get. Magic number right now.
You know, Solis came off the mound. He's a little upset with himself. But I tell you, he's got nothing to be upset about. I know he's upset with those 5 runs up there as he throws the ball a little wild there. They're going to actually move him over to short. But 3 of those runs were unearned. So he did his job tonight. He got a bunch of fly balls, got some ground balls, and thought he pitched very well tonight. Tight curveball was working well. Kept the leadoff Parker off balance. Kept two-hole Marquise off balance.
Definitely a pretty solid night. And you see those 5 runs, and you look at the amount of runs we have on here, but there's been a lot of good defensive plays made, and just a little.
They've been untimely errors, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Two
You
out errors.
talk about an error. You talk about the error in the outfield. Not too long ago, right before Collie came up and drove in those 2 runs, there was an error at right field that would have ended the inning, but instead puts a runner on, and a couple come in now. So 8-5, and it's a 1-2 pitch here as Garza facing to Everett Ross. And 2-2 now with 2 out, with the runner on first. And this pitch outside for ball number 3.
I'll tell you what, Ross is a tough out. He works the count, quick hands, good eye. Just enough to get the count back to full, and now he's got to come to him.
And Ross gets a piece of that one. 3 plate appearances for Ross, hit by pitch twice and a single.
Moody, line up to the press box if you have it available, please. Moody, line up to the press box. Thank you.
We're getting the lineups called up already for Moody and Corpus Christi veterans. That one due up after this game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good one. As Ross bounces this one up, and there's a throw. And looks like they're going to call it foul, so it's going to be a full count here, 3-2. And Ross over to the third baseman. There's a throw, and it's in time. For out number 3. Some people in the crowd don't like it, but it was close. Third baseman recovers there a little bit, and he's able to make the throw, and it's in time. So it's going to be 8-5 after the 5.5 innings. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Garcia leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the King Mustangs as they now nurse a 3-run lead.
You know, Molina, if this thing holds up, Garcia's my player of the game. He has come up big.
Indeed he has, and he's going to look like he's going to ground out there, and he's going to get caught. So it's going to be a 6-3 put out there for the first out.
Yeah, he's had picked up the 3-hole and the 4-hole couple innings in a row. So he's our early player of the game so far. If it holds up.
Looks so. He's got a couple hits
RBIs.
and RBI.
Yeah.
And he got on base on an error that also brought in a run. So 1 out here, and up next is Jacob Gomez. Count 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Make it 0-2 after that pitch. That pitch comes in low for ball number 1. So 1-2 the count now. Gomez at the plate. Up next, Guillen waiting on deck. This pitch comes in outside, 2-2 now. And it's going to be strike number 3. And Gomez strikes out. Or second out of the game. And up comes Guillen. Hit by pitch last time he was up, I believe. Resulted. And he's been a magnet for the ball tonight, Coach.
Yes, he has.
And that ball comes in low. Ball number 1. You want a score update from Whataburger, anybody? It's coming up. And it's going to be 2-0 the count here. Top of the 5th, Miller leads Beeville Jones 3-1. Rudy Zamaripa on the call there as this ball comes in inside for ball number 3. So 3 balls, no strikes here. And that's going to be base on balls for Guillen.
Catcher number 26, John Lawson.
So here comes Lawson. 1 on, 2 outs here.
Well, Coach McDaniel and Miller trying to pull the upset off. What inning was that in?
Top of the 5th, I believe. Yes, top of the 5th. 0-1 the count here. We have Miller up right now by 2 runs. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. And here's the pitch. This one comes in for strike number 2. So Lawson settling into the batter's box. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Lawson's going to pop it up, and the third baseman is going to get under it for out number 3. So no runs on no hits, no errors. There was 1 left on base. So, Coach, we're through 6. We're headed to the top of the 7th inning. Last 3 outs here for Victoria East. And they trail 8-5. So we'll see what's in store for them. 6, 7, 8 due up in for Victoria East in the top of the 7th inning. So we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the 7th inning. And leading things off for Victoria East, Hunter Barros. And it's crunch time here for Victoria East. And Barros over to the shortstop, and the throw is there a little high, and Barros is going to get on to start things off. And there's an error.
Second.
So 1 on, nobody out here.
Diving for Victoria East, number 5, Mason Sockwell.
Mason Sockwell coming up for Victoria East now. The count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here. And that one is going to be, actually was 1-1, so 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And here's the pitch, and Sockwell socks this one off into left center field, and runners coming across, and there's going to be a runner coming in, and it looks like it's going to be an RBI for Sockwell, and then a bad throw, and Sockwell gets over to third, and Barros comes in.
I'll tell you what, Malene, this is about to get interesting because about the tying run or the go-ahead run could be coming up, could be that top of that lineup, and they're both due. Parker and Marquise both are due, and
So
they're making a run at it now.
So here comes Shannon, a runner at third now. And Shannon has had a pretty good day. Last time up, he had a 1-3 ground out. Had a single before that, and he got a walk that brought in a run.
Titans with 5 unanswered runs has made this thing interesting in the 7th.
And just a 2-run game now, and this pitch delivered outside for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here for Shannon. And Shannon fouls this one off, evens up the count at 2-2. Shannon fouls this one off once again.
Ooh, Blue took it. Check on Blue. Check on Blue, yeah. He got the worst end of that deal.
And you don't like to see that, but
He caught that right off the forearm on the elbow. Got him pretty good.
yeah, people sometimes they forget about the Blue, out there, and he's in the line of fire too. Sometimes they'll take one off the arm, sometimes a little below the belt, and it's never not painful. I would imagine.
Attaboy Blue, you gonna shake it off?
And the Blues okay, so he's going to settle back in, and we're going to get back to the action on the diamond. Runner at third for Victoria East. They trail by 2 runs. A tying run at the plate right now. No outs. Here's a pitch, and this one fouled off once again. Shannon in there battling.
Yeah, he's had some really good at-bats. Make the most of your ABs. And Shannon done that a couple times tonight.
And this pitch comes in inside. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 3-2 pitch, and swing and a miss for out number 1.
Yeah, great pitch. Little lost speed. He was thinking fastball.
And that's going to give way to Seth Greevy here, who now represents the tying run. And that pitch comes in for strike number 1. This one inside. 1-1 the count now. 1 out, 1 on, 1 ball, 1 strike here. And here's the pitch, and getting a piece of it is Greevy. 9th batter in the lineup. Top of the lineup due up here. And this pitch comes in, and count evens up 2-2. And going down looking is Greevy for strike number 3. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Garza.
Number 2, Brady Parker.
Top of the lineup. And here's Parker. RBI single last time up. And this one comes in for a strike. Garza's starting to deal now.
He's bearing down. Yeah, he's bearing down, coming right at him.
And Parker sends this one in. Nice play. Four out.
Yeah, everybody's waiting on the blue to make a call.
Number 3.
And,
we
I
haven't
think
had a
we never got
replay.
the signal, did we?
For the Titans in the 7th, scored 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1
And that's
error
going to do it. Let's see this replay.
Mustangs, 8.
And I don't think we're going to get it. Just a nice play we
Some
saw
hand at
here.
it, yeah. Good catch. Definitely made the catch.
It was a really good catch off camera that we didn't see. It looks like didn't look like it was gonna be made. It looked like it was gonna fall, but nonetheless, catch is made, and that's gonna do it here. King holds on. They put up 8 runs on 10 hits, and the Titans themselves put up 10 hits. 6 runs come in. 4 errors on the board for the Mustangs. 2 for Victoria East. And you look at those errors, Coach, and just not the story here for the Mustangs. There was a lot of good plays made. There was a lot of hit balls out there, but there was a lot of good plays made, especially here on the infield for Corpus Christi King. So they get the win here, 8-6 over Victoria East. So that's going to do it here for us, ladies and gentlemen. So keep it here. Hold tight. Next game coming up, that's Moody against Corpus Christi Veterans. So, unfortunately, Coach, you're not going to be able to be here for that one, but we appreciate you coming up, being in the booth with us here for this one. It's always good to have you. So, hopefully, we'll have you back soon this next upcoming week. So,
I enjoyed it, Molina. This one was really clean up until about probably that bottom of 4 inning. We had that one error from the Titans, kind of opened the floodgates for King, and they put up a 6 spot in the 4th. And then after that, the Titans kind of just battled back a little bit, got 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th, and kind of made it interesting, brought the tying run to the plate. a couple of times.
10 of the 14 runs came in after that instance. So it was a 2-1. Like you said a couple of times during the game, could have been 2-2 for a good while, but that throw was a little lackluster. It just kind of came in short. The first baseman had to come off the bag, and that was all she wrote there. And then floodgates open, like you said. So, but we're done here. It was an 8-6 wins, and that's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Second game coming up, Corpus Christi Moody versus Corpus Christi Vets. For Mark Molina and for Coach Andy Dudney, that's all for this game. And have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back soon.